Tu w Kapernaum, gdzie co dzień targ jest, tu gdzie jest nasz kraj Izrael. Nigdy nic nie dzieje się, nic nie zmienia, tu po prostu jest dobrze nam. Tu w Kapernaum, gdzie co dzień targ jest, tu gdzie jest nasz kraj Izrael. Nigdy nic nie dzieje się, nic nie zmienia, tu po prostu jest dobrze nam.
Zaczyna się.
Najpierw trzeba mieć coś, by otworzyć drzwi, a kiedy kupiec od nas coś chce, wtedy wciąż gadamy i mówimy się z rzeczami i w ten sposób nasze zdanie górą jest. Tu w Kapernaum, gdzie co dzień targ jest, tu gdzie jest nasz kraj Izrael. Nigdy nic nie dzieje się, nic nie zmienia, tu po prostu jest dobrze nam.
Dawniej cały lud tak życie swoje wiódł, nic poprzez 1000 lat nie zmienia się.
Abraham ojciec nasz, a myśmy jego lud, niech Cezar o tym wie, bo jeśli nie, to znów gadamy i mówimy się z rzeczami i w ten sposób nasze zdanie górą jest. Czas już długi w niewoli, żył naród ma, lecz Bóg zmieni nasz los i król Mesjasz wolność da. Lecz im przyjdzie nas zbawicie, to mówimy się z rzeczami i w ten sposób nasze zdanie górą jest. Tu w Kapernaum, gdzie co dzień targ jest, tu gdzie jest nasz kraj Izrael. Nigdy nic nie dzieje się, nic nie woleć, dobrze jest nam tu żyć. Tak jest.
Well, here they come as usual. Our Roman protectors, right on schedule for their morning feeding. The sun should be so consistent.
Rachel, dear, don't think of them as Romans. Think of them as paying customers. That makes the transaction a little more palatable. It appears that Octavius brought that young commander Marcus with him on patrol this morning. I wonder what that is all about.
Good morning, old man.
Good morning, Centurion. So, Octavius, taking the boss to breakfast, are we? Looking for a promotion, perhaps?
Be careful of your tongue. I'm still in a good mood, but the day is still young. And Centurion just informed me this morning that he wished to accompany us on the patrol.
Yes, it's been too long since I've been to the marketplace. I've missed your pleasant company, Asa, and I've missed seeing your family. Hello, Hannah. It's been a long time. Your uncle sends his best. You really should come visit him more often.
So, my traitorous brother still works as a Centurion servant. How is a treasonous old bird faring?
Not well, I'm afraid. He's suddenly taken ill and nothing seems to help. I thought if I came here and got some fresh bread baked by his favourite niece, that might cheer him up.
Uncle Amaziah's sick?
Is it serious?
Honestly, I don't know. The physicians are baffled by his condition. Nothing seems to help. Hannah, maybe if you visited him.
We've instructed our granddaughter to stay on her side of the city. Just because her favourite uncle works for the Romans doesn't mean she needs to keep company also.
Besides, I'm not all that sure that she was only going there to visit my brother.
Grandfather?
Well, whatever. I'm sure Amaziah will enjoy the bread. And you are all most welcome to come visit him anytime.
So, shouldn't we be going? We've still got a lot of ground to cover this morning.
Yes, of course. Here's for the bread. Good day, Asa.
Good day, good day. So, Amaziah's not well. I'm not surprised. My brother's probably sick from associating with the Romans.
Only 24 more days and hours until we see those brutes again.
I don't know, Grandmother. Marcus is nice enough.
Nice enough? A Roman? I hardly think so. Now, a Jewish boy, that would be nice enough. But I forget. My granddaughter has refused the proposals of nearly every Jewish boy in Capernaum. Let me see, there was not kind enough, not caring enough, not handsome enough, not spiritual enough. Oh yes, and I won't forget, but grandmother, I don't love him. A Roman? For my granddaughter? I don't think so.
But he's different from the others, Grandmother. He's kind and he's good to his men. He's smart and he's brave. Uncle Amaziah once told me that Marcus risked his life in battle to help a wounded man. And he loves Uncle Amaziah like he was family. How many Romans do you know that would come to our part of the city to help a servant?
Asa, do you hear what I'm hearing?
Yes, and I'm beginning to think that the centurion came to our bakery for more than just fresh bread.
You'd better forget about her, sir. She's a beauty, all right, but she's a Jew. And the Jew, they're nothing but troubles, Captain.
They're not all that bad, Octavius. After all, I don't know what I would have done these past few years without our uncle's help.
I'll grant you, the girl and the family seem pleasant enough, but you can't take them from the rest of their kind. You get involved with a Jewish girl, and you get involved with the Jews, and I tell you, they're a difficult lot.
Maybe you're right, Octavius.
Yes, sire.
But Hannah's different. Occasionally we talk when she comes to visit her uncle at my home. I've been all over this empire and I've never met a woman like her. Take the men on, Sergeant. I'll meet you back at the garrison later. I'm going to bring this bread to Amaziah as a present from Hannah. Maybe it'll brighten his day like she brightens mine. I've seen lots of beautiful girls all around the world, maybe hundreds or so, but none have the wonderful charm as the girl who disarms me with one hello. The face of a goddess, the voice of a bird, a beauty that touched my soul beyond the grasp of my words. If anyone's listening in heaven, please tell me, could she be the one? Say my search is over. Could she be the one? True love for me. 1,000 years, in 1,000 lifetimes, will I ever find a sweeter reason to believe? Could she be the one for me?
Had come true. Dear Father in heaven, I know that you hear me. Could he be the one? Say my search is over. Could he be the one? True love
Someone to see you, sir.
Send him in.
Well, not him.
Hannah, what are you doing here at the marketplace? At the garrison? Does your family know you're here?
No, and they mustn't find out. I've come because of Uncle Amaziah. I went to see him at your home this morning. Marcus, he's dying.
I know. I appealed to the Roman gods for a cure, but he only gets worse. I would do anything to help him, you know that, don't you? He's been like a father to me, but what is there left to do?
Well, I know someone who might be able to help. A very wise and amazing man. A rabbi who is healing people and changing lives.
Yes.
If anyone can save my uncle, I believe he can.
Well, where is he? How can I meet him?
He's teaching at the hillside tomorrow, just outside the city. Follow the crowds and look for me. I'll take you to him.
All right.
I must go now. Oh, and one more thing. Try to look a little less Roman. His followers are not exactly supporters of Caesar.
All right, I'll be there.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what's this all about?
It seems Hannah knows someone who might be able to hear my servant Amaziah. I'm going to meet him at the hillside tomorrow.
Did she tell you the man's name?
No. She left before I thought to ask. She only said that he was a rabbi that could heal the sick. I figured it's worth investigating.
Sir, if this is the man I suspect,
Yes.
Jesus, a rabbi from Nazareth, I promise you he's trouble. And if your pretty Jewish girl is involved with him, she's trouble too.
Jesus from Nazareth. Yes, I've heard some rumours about him. Not much real information, though. What do you know about him, Octavius?
Well, sir, they say he has very unorthodox ideas, even for the Jews. He's performing miracles, and like the girl says, he draws very large crowds. There are plenty of stories floating around about him, some that date back 30 years or so. Incredible tales of a virgin birth in Bethlehem and stargazing magi travelling halfway across the world to pay homage to a baby king.
Baby king.
But you'd be too young to remember those, sir.
Oh, I've heard them, but what does it mean?
I don't know, sir. Word in the marketplace is that these Jewish leaders, they don't like this Jesus. And they're looking for ways to discredit him. He upsets the status quo. Others of them are starting to think he might be the Messiah, a savior, some sort of king. As for me, I say he's trouble, plain and simple. Call it an old soldier's intuition. The Jews, they have these so-called messiahs come and they go. But this Jesus, he's different.
All right, then. You and a few of your men accompany me to the hillside tomorrow. If there's trouble, we'll deal with it, but stay in the background, out of the way and out of sight. I must speak with this man first, if Amaziah is to have any chance to live at all.
Czy to nie jest ten utęskniony wielce? Czy nadziei nastał czas, czy nie? Czy uczyni coś, aby każdy z nas mógł wierzyć, że jest miłość, co nie kończy się? Czy więc to jest ten, czy nie?
Jak
Marcus.
Hannah, it seems I found the right hillside.
Yes, you did. I thought I told you to look a little less like a soldier. You stand out like the camel of the Holy of Holies. Thought I could trust you, Marcus.
You can trust me, but now, where is this man? When can I meet him?
That's him. There, the man in the middle. That's Jesus.
He's not at all what I envisioned.
I'm not surprised. He's not what a lot of people think the Messiah will be.
So he's the Messiah, the one to free all of Israel from the tyranny of Rome. Sorry, but he hardly strikes me as a conquering hero.
I don't pretend to be wise in matters of the scripture. I don't know all the prophecies like the men do, but I do know that Jesus is special. He's different. He's not changing governments, Marcus. He's changing people. When he talks about the Heavenly Father, it's as if he speaks with complete authority, with familiarity. He's so wise, far beyond his years. But most of all, he loves people.
Well, when do I get to meet him?
First, Marcus, listen.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth.
Błogosławię skutki w znak
know there won't be any trouble, but I must speak with this man now. Amaziah can wait no longer. Lord, I have a dear servant lying at home, paralyzed and in terrible suffering.
Then I shall go and heal him.
But Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. For I myself am a man under authority, with people under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes. This one, come, and he comes. This one, do this, and he does it.
I tell you the truth. I've not met a man in Israel with such great faith. Go, and it'll be done as you know it will be.
Was it so simple as that? Just because I believed he could delegate his authority to one of his men. Does this mean Amaziah will be okay?
Go see for yourself, Marcus. Go home and see what a little faith can do.
I don't believe what I just saw. Our commander comes here on the hillside begging for the help of some Jewish holy man. Then he takes the rabbi's word that everything's going to be all right just because he has faith. Faith in what? A penniless Jew? I don't believe this.
Marcus has faith, Octavius. Very rare in a Roman, but a fact of life for the Jew. Faith is the key to knowing God.
To wiary Abraham pełen był, gdy do kraju szedł, który wskazał Pan.
Wiarą Sara na piasku krąg, się pełen wiary był. Przez wiarę w dar łaski urodził się, Sarze syn początek tym dając nam. Przez wiarę uczynił to wielki Bóg, gdyż uwierzył cały dom wej. Przez wiarę Izrael chwali Go, dziś sławimy Go, dziś uznamy wciąż. Przez wiarę czerpimy wielki znów, lecz dla nas nie cieszy go też. Lud pełen wiary jest dziś.
Przez wiarę z Egiptu wyszedł lud, przez Mojżesza on prowadzony był.
Przez wiarę po morza suchym nie szedł, gdyż ludem wiary był. Przez wiarę sam Daniel zwycięzcą był, gdy zamykał paszczę potężnym lwom. Przez wiarę uczyliśmy drogi tej, jak wdzięczni możemy się stać. Przez wiarę Izrael chwali Go, dziś sławimy Go i szukamy wciąż. Przez wiarę czerpimy wielki znów, lecz dla nas nie cieszy go też. Lud pełen wiary jest dziś. To przez wiary mocnej cud szedł kurz, pod Jerikiem lud i tak cały trudny czas lud pełen wiary był. Przez wiarę Izrael chwali Go, dziś sławimy Go i szukamy wciąż. Przez wiarę czerpimy wielki znów, lecz dla nas nie cieszy go też. Lud pełen wiary jest dziś. Przez wiarę Izrael chwali Go, dziś sławimy Go i szukamy wciąż. Przez wiarę czerpimy wielki znów, lecz dla nas nie cieszy go też. Lud pełen wiary jest dziś. Jest dziś.
I thought I should personally deliver the good news. Amaziah, he's up, he's well, he's back to normal.
As long as he serves in the house of a Roman, my brothers can hardly be called normal. But still, it was a good thing that you did for him. Hannah has told us all about it.
Yes, she did. And it is a good thing that you've come to us and told us about Amaziah's recovery. Now, if only a certain old goat would go to his brother, a brother that was sick only days ago at death's door, and make good all the bad feelings between the two of you, then maybe this family would be able to enjoy Passover without a fight at the dinner table.
Sure.
Come on, Asa, let's
All
go.
right.
Leave these girls for boys alone.
Isn't it wonderful that Amaziah is well now? Everything happened just like you said it would. So perhaps you could help me with one more problem. It seems I've gone off and fallen madly in love with the most wonderful girl. And despite the protests of her grandparents, I think she loves me too. But there's an invisible wall that separates us. That's because I'm a Roman and she's a Jew. If this wall separates us much longer, I may need your miracle-working friend to mend a broken heart.
Believe it or not, Marcus, my grandparents are beginning to admit that you're not so terrible. That alone may be a miracle. You're kind and gentle, if not a little stubborn, but you're thoughtful and loyal, even if you are naive about Roman justices.
I think the invisible wall is crumbling.
But don't you see it's more than all that?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter to me that you're Roman. What matters is that I follow Jesus and you serve Caesar. Marcus, you saw how he healed my uncle Amaziah. If only you would look with eyes of faith and see Jesus for what he really is, then maybe things could be different between us. Maybe then...
Octavius, what are you doing here?
Sir, sealed orders arrived from you this morning from Rome. Couldn't find you at your home or at the garrison. Amaziah thought I might find you here, so here's your orders, sir.
My troops and I are being transferred to the court of Pontius Pilate in Jerusalem. I'm to be the governor in the court of Pontius Pilate.
Congratulations, sir. This is good news. Finally to be living in a real city for a change.
Oh, yes.
We'd better go immediately and pack our gear. The men are going to celebrate tonight.
I can't go just yet, Octavius. I need to speak with Hannah.
No need to explain to me, sir. You just tell the lady goodbye and meet me and the men at the tavern. If you don't mind, I'm not going to stick around for the tears.
Hannah, can you believe it? I'm to be a centurion in the court of Pontius Pilate. This is incredible. Hannah, you've got to come with me to Jerusalem.
Marcus, you have to make a choice. If there's any chance that we are to be together, you mustn't go to Jerusalem.
What?
I love you, Marcus, I do, but I follow Jesus, not Caesar. You could too, if only you could test your newfound faith.
But Hannah, this is everything I've worked for. I risked my life for the hope of a command like this. And now my destiny miraculously falls into place and you ask me to walk away? And what, to follow a wandering, penniless preacher? It makes no sense. What kind of choice is that?
It's the most important choice, Marcus.
Girls, come quick, we've got something to tell you. You'll never guess what we saw. We just saw Hannah. She was crying her heart out. She was in the marketplace and she was a complete mess.
Really? Did she say what was wrong?
Did you ask? I bet she misses her bapcha in Capernaum. No, I don't think so. She misses Marcus.
Marcus? No way. He's a Roman soldier.
Who cares? He's so... Hang on. But she's a Jew. I can't believe this. Hannah should know better than to get involved with a centurion. Yeah, that's what I said. If she wants to follow Jesus, she has to forget about that Roman.
But that reminds me, guess what else we heard at the marketplace? Jesus is coming.
Why didn't you say so sooner? We better get going. Shh! Can you hear something? Hurry up, let's go see what's happening.
What is it, Octavius? What's going on here?
It's the Jews, sir. Another one of their holy men is arriving for the Passover celebration.
All this for a prophet?
Makes you wonder just who this holy man is, doesn't it? By the gods, look! It's Jesus!
Watch where you're going, woman.
Oh.
Hannah?
Forgive
Is that
me,
you?
sir.
I didn't recognize you. Here, let me help you.
Oh no, sir. There's no need for you to bother. Please forgive me for being so clumsy. Certainly my mistake, Centurion.
Hannah, it's me. It's Marcus. You don't have to speak to me that way. How long has it been? Nearly 2 years since we've seen each other? What are you doing here in Jerusalem?
Forgive me, sir, but I don't know anyone named Marcus anymore. And certainly the Centurion has more important concerns than a clumsy Jewish girl. Please, don't waste your time. I'll be out of your way quickly. My master needs me. Or is it now against Roman law for a Jew to follow her Messiah?
Tough break, sir. Perhaps it is your destiny to fight with a woman rather than with danger.
I'll tell you, Sergeant, I've had my share of beautiful women in my lifetime, but I had to lose my heart to a woman who won't return my love. And why? Because I refused to throw my life away to some itinerant prophet she calls a Messiah. Why is it every time I encounter this Jesus, he disturbs me so?
Like I said before, he's trouble. For you, for me, he's certainly trouble.
Into a den of thieves. No, stop it. This is a house of prayer. Get out. Every one of you, get out. Go.
Stop! Did you see what he did? It's outrageous. The man's a lunatic.
Worse than that, he's a blasphemer. He said the temple is his house. I say he should be arrested.
Arrest him? Now? Just look at those people. They adore this Jesus. If we arrest him, it would start a riot. No, first we must discredit him. To trap him somehow. Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by men because you pay no attention to who they are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not?
You hypocrites, why are you trying to trap me? Show me this coin that you use for paying this tax. And whose inscription?
It's Caesar, of course.
Well, then give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's.
So, teacher, in all the law, which is the greatest commandment?
Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment, and the other is like it. Love your neighbour as you do yourself. All the prophets hang on to these two commandments. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, so you must obey them and do everything that they tell you to do. But they do not do what they do, because they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy loads on men's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to move a finger.
He made fools of us.
What's worse is the people love him for doing so.
We're losing control. We cannot let this continue much longer. Passover is only a few days away. By then, he'll have the entire city on his side.
Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done soon.
This Jesus of Nazareth is stirring up the people against us.
Something must be done soon.
This blaspheming deceiver will bring the wrath of Rome down upon us.
Something must be done, and soon.
We must tell Caiaphas, go straight away to Caiaphas. The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
He'll deal with it discreetly.
He'll handle it completely.
The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done, and soon.
Hannah, Octavius said you sent for me. I'm glad you changed your mind. It's so good to see you again.
Centurion, Marcus, it's not what you think. I've come here for your help. A friend's life is in danger. You may be our only hope.
Oh, I see. Who's in trouble?
Jesus. Today in the temple, he chased away all the money changers and embarrassed the priests and Pharisees in front of the crowds. Moments later, I overheard the priests talking, planning their revenge.
What sort of revenge?
Well, they said they were going to Caiaphas, that he would know what to do. They sounded so angry. It sounded so evil. I'm frightened for Jesus' life.
Caiaphas, the high priest. I've been witness to several heated encounters between him and Pontius. It would be difficult to say which man hates the other more. Caiaphas is a dangerous man, but Jesus has too much popular support right now. Caiaphas could never get past Jesus' loyal followers.
But Marcus, what if he does get past them somehow? You said yourself he's dangerous.
Yes, but he's also a man with no real political authority. Without Pilate's consent, Caiaphas can take no lasting measures against Jesus. The power to condemn a man lies completely in Rome's hands. And Roman justice would never condemn an innocent man. So, you see, Hannah, you don't need to worry about Jesus. I'm sure everything will work out.
Oh, Marcus, I hope you're right about this. I pray you're right. But it feels in my soul like everything is about to change.
Gentlemen, yes, of course, you are absolutely right. Something must be done about that Jesus of Nazareth. Our coexistence with those Roman heathens is fragile enough without some foolish rabble rouser stirring up the people. We will deal with this man in the most finite manner. Better that one man perished than the entire nation.
Perhaps we could run him out of the city before the Passover gets underway.
And how do you propose to do that? How do you take a man with hundreds, if not thousands of followers and simply run him out of the city? It's not that simple. Efforts to discredit him have all failed. His popularity is growing at our expense. I might add, no, you do not chase a man away like Jesus. He would only return, and our problems would return with him. Gentlemen, our solution must be permanent. We need a reason, a plausible reason to have Jesus arrested. We must be creative about this, very creative. More important than that, we need to determine the proper time and place for his arrest. Someplace private, away from the eyes and ears of his adoring public. And to that end, gentlemen, I offer you the services of this man. Gentlemen, please meet Judas Iscariot. He has agreed, for a price, to turn over his master, Jesus, over to us tomorrow evening in such an out-of-the-way place. All we need now is some convincing witnesses and a little cooperation from our friend, Pontius Pilate. If things go well, we'll have Jesus of Nazareth tried, executed, all before Passover begins. Excellent. Well, gentlemen, good night and sleep well. Tomorrow promises to be a very busy day. Oh, and Malchus, please pay this man.
a chill hangs in the air, and the sinless man of sorrows is kneeling in despair. His anguish breaks the silence. Please, Father, take this cup. As teardrops stain his face, his shoulders saving grace, his praise offer up. Thy will, not my will, the Savior Christ, in spite of suffering to come. Thy will, not my will, though he must die, he prays. Thy will, not my will, be done. Thy will, not my will, be
Well, Caiaphas, I understand you're having a pressing problem that only the governor can handle. This better be important to have awakened me at such an early hour.
Oh, Pontius Pilate, Your Excellency. We are certainly grateful for your audience, sir. But, well, here is our problem.
I see. So tell me, what charges do you bring against this man?
He is a criminal. If he were not, we would not be handing him over to you.
Well, take him yourself and judge him by your own law.
May I respectfully remind you, Your Excellency, that we have no right to execute anyone.
You, come to me. Now! So you are that prophet from Nazareth, aren't you? You know, I've heard some things about you. My wife even saw you in her nightmares. So just who are you anyway? Are you the King of Jews?
Is that your idea? Or did others talk to you about me?
What? Do you think I'm a Jew? It was your people and your chief priest who handed you over to me. Anyway, what is it that you have supposed to have done?
My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest. But now, my kingdom is from another place.
So you are the king. This may be entertaining after all.
You are right in saying that I'm a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this reason I came to the earth. to testify the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me.
What is truth? Another lunatic, Jewish philosopher. Where do those people come from? I find no basis for charges against this man. But it is a customary at the time of Passover that I will release one prisoner. Do you want me to release this King of Jews?
Absolutely.
Quiet!
Take him away.
But I found no fault with this man.
Your Excellency, this is getting out of hand. I'm sure this man is innocent. Shall I have the guards throw the mob out?
Silence! You, take him. I find no basis for charges against this man.
But we have a law, and according to that law, he must die because he claimed to be the Son of God.
Do you hear what they are saying? Where do you come from? Speak to me. Don't you know who I am? I have the power to free you or to crucify you. Here's your king. Shall I crucify your king?
We have no king but Caesar.
I am innocent of this man's blood. Crucify him!
Here, Rabbi, have some wine. Ha! Come on, aren't you thirsty? Well, then come down here and have a drink with me and my friends. Save yourself if you're the Son of God. Ha!
Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do.
You are going to destroy temple and rebuilding in 3 days.
Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God.
He says that himself. Yeah.
But he said he was the King of Israel. Come down from the cross, then we'll believe in you.
Yes, then we'll believe in you. Just come down.
Centurion. Who is this man?
Could he be the one? Say my search is over. Could he be the one true hope for me? 1,000 years in 1,000 lifetimes, will I ever find a sweeter reason to believe? Could he be the one? Surely he was the Son of God.
By the gods, this is boring potatoes. This is boring work. We've been here nearly 3 days. Nothing has happened.
And what do you expect from graveyard duty? I just wish the Centurion would send someone to relieve us for once. Every time. Look at that, look at that. Maybe we have some company after all.
Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie Go? Chrystus nasz Mesjasz wstał z gromu, tak jak nam rzekł. Ogłoście to, co widzieliście tu. Grób pusty jest, kamień potoczył się gdzieś. Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie Go? Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie Go? Chrystus nasz Mesjasz wstał z gromu, tak jak nam rzekł. Ogłoście to, co widzieliście tu. Grób pusty jest, kamień potoczył się gdzieś. Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie Go?
Cały świat
Mesja wstał z grobu, tak jak nam rzekł. Ogłoście to, co widzieliście tu, grób pusty jest kamień, otworzył się Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie go? Czemu wśród zmarłych dzisiaj szukacie go? Bo żyje nasz Chrystus Pan.
Soldier. Soldier. Can you hear me? Soldier, report to me at once. Tell me what happened here.
Centurion, is that you?
Yes.
I can't see a thing. There was a bright light and a man. He pushed away the stone. Where's Octavius? Is he still here? Is he dead?
He's not dead. He's coming around. Octavius, Sergeant. What happened here?
Everything was so quiet. We saw some women coming down the road. Nothing was out of the ordinary. And that's when it happened.
That's when what happened?
The earthquake, sir. The ground shook, and then a man like I've never seen before. He came and he rode a bolt of lightning, and that's the way it appeared, and he seemed like a god, and then he came over and he pushed away the stone as if it was a pebble. I felt an awful fear crushing my chest. And then everything went black, and that's all I remember.
The body's gone. Jesus isn't there.
Oh no, we're all doomed. When Pilate hears of this, we'll all die.
Pilate will not hear any of this, boy. If word of this gets back, no one's going to believe us. And then what? We're going to get executed for dereliction of our duty, huh? Now, it was that priest and his cronies that got us into this mess in the first place. They have as much at stake as we do. I say we go to them and let them figure this out. Don't you agree, sir?
What? I'm sorry, I was thinking of something.
We gotta get those priests, sir. Concoct some story about being attacked by Jewish followers and Jesus and whatever. Get those Jews to cover for us. They're in this as much as we are. Are you with us, sir? Can we count on you?
Go, Octavius. Return to Jerusalem and tell them any story you like. You'll get no argument from me. Just go. Some say life is just a series of decisions. We make choices, we live and learn. But now I'm standing at a crossroad, and I must choose which way to turn. Down one road lies all the world can offer, all its power, its wealth and fame. Down the other, just a man with nail scars in his hands, but there is mercy in his eyes, and there is power in his name. I choose Jesus, I choose Jesus. without a solitary doubt. I choose Jesus, not for miracles, but for loving me, not for Bethlehem, but for Calvary, not for a day, but for eternity. I choose Jesus. All my life I sailed the sea of reason. I was captain of my soul. There was no need for a savior, 'cause I could live life on my own. But then I heard him speak a language of compassion, words of healing for broken lives. When we nailed him to that tree, his love included me. Now he's calling me to follow and to leave my past behind. I choose Jesus. I choose Jesus without a solitary doubt. I choose Jesus, not for miracles, but for loving me, not for Bethlehem, but for Calvary, not for a day, but for eternity. I choose
Każdego dnia stajemy przed różnymi wyborami. Wybory są różne, są takie, których skutki trwają krótko, ale są i takie, których skutki trwają bardzo długo. Jest jednak jeden wybór, którego każdy z nas musi dokonać. Jest to wybór dotyczący całej naszej przyszłości, naszego życia. Bez względu na to, czy jesteś osobą wierzącą, czy nie, musisz zdecydować w swoim życiu, co chcesz zrobić z Jezusem. Musisz teraz zostawić historyczne kostiumy. Musisz zapomnieć o narracji. Teraz jest czas dla ciebie. Teraz jest czas twojego wyboru. Kim dla ciebie jest Pan Jezus? Co chcesz z Nim zrobić? Czy również dla ciebie jest On Panem i Bogiem?